central guys and Hugo?
Yeah, you know, we obviously the most important thing is England right now, and ourselves, obviously the Tottenham boys that were in the England squad. You know, it's fantastic for the club to have 9 players at a World Cup, and it says a lot about the work that the club have done and the manager in helping us get to this point. There's been so much work being put in at the club to give us the platform to succeed and to be in these moments like we are now, all 9 of us, and we're very grateful for that and the work that the manager at our club has put with us. But yeah, it's difficult to think about anything else other than just the England setup right now, and that's purely what we're in this bubble where we're purely just concentrating now on Wednesday, and our focus is nowhere else.
Okay, the microphone's back in circulation, so can we go across to Ian Murta in the middle here? Jack, you got a question?
Yeah.
You go first.
Hi Eric, Jack from The Independent. The team's played on the front foot in the 5 games you've had so far. Do you think coming up against stronger teams this week and maybe next time, you might have to play a slightly more defensive game?
No, I don't think the two things are the same thing, because playing on the front foot, even if you're playing more defensively, you can still play on the front foot, I think, and be aggressive. And we never want to be reactive. We want to be proactive, and I think that's the most important thing. Obviously, when you play against stronger opposition, it's natural that there'll be more defensive work, but it doesn't mean that we change our style or we change our mentality. Our mentality will always be to play on the front foot. That's what the manager wants from us. That's what the players believe in as well. So we know that the next game is going to be the hardest game, not just because of the opposition, but because of the circumstances as well. So we know there's going to be difficult periods in the game, but we never want to be on the back foot. We want to constantly be aggressive, be on the front foot, and be proactive.
So being aggressive could be the best way of stopping Croatia. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think you can play a defensive game and be on the front foot. That's all, but I don't think that's what we want to do. We want to continue in the same way, the same style that we've been playing until now. Why would we change now? How far we've come playing the way we are. We're not going to change for anybody. We're going to continue to play the same way we've been playing.
Okay, across to Ian Murta in the middle here.
Hi Eric, have you seen the documentary One Night in Turin about the semi-final at Italian 90? If so, what did you think of it? And do you regard the players such as Gary Lineker, Chris Waddle, Paul Gascoigne as legends?
No, I haven't seen the documentary, so I can't really comment on that. Obviously, the players you mentioned have been fantastic players for England, for their clubs, for the national side as well. I was a baby back then, so it's hard for me to define if they were legends or not. Legend is a word that gets thrown around a lot nowadays, and I think it's very difficult to define what is one and what isn't. But yeah, I haven't seen the documentary yet, so I can't really comment any more on it.
Eric, John Cross from the Daily Mirror. Can I just ask you a little bit more about Luka Modric? I mean, he's probably playing you played against him twice last season. How difficult an opponent was he? How special is he as a player? He probably plays in a slightly different role for Croatia, doesn't he? How much more of a challenge does that make him?
Yeah, he's a great player, one of the best in the world. So in whatever position or where he plays, it doesn't make a difference for a player of that quality. You know, everyone's aware of what he can do, and we as a team, I think that's the most important thing. As a team, we're not focusing on individuals. We're purely focusing on ourselves and what we want to do as a team, and the collective is really the most important thing. So if we're right collectively, defensively and offensively, then individuals don't matter, but he's a world-class player, and he's extremely effective for his country, for his club. I think he's been one of the best players here at the World Cup so far. So he's someone that we're aware of, and we have to be ready to control him.
You had 2 terrific games against him last season. How much of a help could that potentially be?
Yeah, we beat Real Madrid and they ended up winning the Champions League, so so I don't think it matters at all, really. That was a long time ago, and in football things move so fast. So yeah, I think that's the perfect example that we beat them and they ended up winning the Champions League. So what happened in those 2 games is kind of irrelevant to what's going to happen on Wednesday.
Hi Eric. Gareth Southgate said that he had control of the music on the team bus on the way to the games from the hotel. Could you tell us what kind of music he is playing, and also give us an insight into the kind of mood and the atmosphere as the bus edges towards the stadium?
Yeah, do you know what? They don't put the volume up very loud. They try and keep the volume low enough so only they can hear it. I don't know if they're embarrassed about their music or the speaker's just bad, but it's quite hard to hear at the back of the bus. But they like a lot of their I'd call them like karaoke tunes, really, the kinds that you can sing along to, old school 80s and 90s. There are some good ones in there. I think the players enjoy listening to them too, and they've had a few sing-alongs on the way back from games, and hopefully that can continue on Wednesday.
And can you just give us a little bit of an insight into when the bus is pulling up towards stadiums for each of the matches, the kind of mood and the excitement that you guys have felt?
It's hard to say anything about that, because it's been really normal. Like I haven't known anything different playing for England or for my club, really. The atmosphere is quite calm. Lots of people listening to their own music, others just talking. It's a really relaxed environment on the bus on the way to games. When we pull up at the stadium, there's really nothing special about it I could comment on, really.
Hi Eric, Jerry Lawton from the Daily Star. Can I ask you about Jordan Henderson? Opta have produced a statistic today saying that when he plays, England win. Well, they never lose, put it that way. Is that something that the players are aware of, he's aware of? And can you talk a little bit about the qualities that he's brought to the team during this tournament?
Yeah, I knew about the stat. I'd seen it. I don't know who else was aware of it, but I'm sure Jordan's aware of it. So it's a fantastic, incredible stat, incredible achievement, and long may it continue. What he brings, I think he's had a fantastic tournament. He's not only obviously the things that people don't talk about as much. I think his quality in possession has been really good. His leadership skills, his aggression off the ball, his work rate have been fantastic, and they're a massive help to the team. I think he came off a fantastic season at Liverpool, taking them all the way to the Champions League final, and I think he was instrumental in that. And his experience from that as well, I think, is vital, carrying us now through this World Cup, because having been on a Champions League run like that, I think there's lots that he can draw from that and bring to the World Cup. So I'm sure he's done that, and I think his performances have been fantastic throughout.
Thanks.
Okay, go to a finish with Sammy Mokbel. Yeah.
Eric, just a minute ago, Ashley Young was talking about the growing importance of Pippa Grange as the tournament progresses. Can you give us an insight into sort of how she helps, particularly in these highly pressurised situations, and also as on a personal level, the kind of mental, psychological battles that you go through ahead of such a massive game?
Yeah, I think a lot of the work that we've done with her has been prior to the tournament starting. I think leading up to the tournament, the last 6 or so months really. So I think lots of the groundwork was done there. Then lots of the work that we put in with her was then, and once we came into the tournament, I think a lot of what she could have helped us with had already been done. So during the tournament, it's been really simple. She's helped us in the same way throughout the whole tournament. It's never changed depending on how far we've come and the magnitude of the games, you know. And I think that consistency that we've had throughout everything we've done, not just with Pippa, but in general. And I'm sure she's a part of making sure that that's the way it is, that we've just had consistency throughout, no matter what the occasion, no matter how big the game, it's never changed. And I think that's something that's really helped everyone and helped keep a really good environment within the camp.
Okay guys, we'll finish it there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.